Forget what you heard. Yeah, boy!
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Forget What You Heard. Yo, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Luke.
And today we're doing things a little differently. A little fantasy of the fantasy football. Basically, we're just going to break down teams into, what conference they played in college. Like the Power Fives, like Big 12, Pac-12, SEC, ACC. And then we're going to break down the people that were drafted outside of the Power 5 conferences. So, I used to do this back in the day on Madden. I used to, draft people that, played in one conference and see which one was the top dog here. It was interesting. I thought it would be kind of an interesting little podcast to get into. What do you think, Luke? You interested, or is he kind of boo-boo, Benny?
Nah, I'm interested. It's always cool to see, which Power 5 conference is the best, who produces the best players in the NFL. So
we all know who it is.
We're going to put the numbers to the test, put the players to the test. Yeah, man, these conferences are loaded with talent. Yeah, you'd be surprised. A lot of the talent outside of some of these Power 5 schools, too. We did make a team of college teams that aren't in the Power 5 schools, and I think they could put up a good fight with some of these other conferences. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm interested to see some of these players and where they're from and just how loaded these conferences really are.
Yeah, I've always had a weird fascination with people in the college they went to, especially NFL players. Should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
All right, let's start out with the Big 12. Yee-hee. Quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, and the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. Is that buttering you?
Yeah, that's interesting. Baker, Kyler Murray, and Jalen Hurts are kind of under that Lincoln Riley tree. He's a little special offensive-minded coach, little QB whisperer, and he produces those quarterbacks in Oklahoma. So it's interesting to see 3 of the 5 quarterbacks in the Big 12 from Oklahoma.
And it's weird. Well, Baker started out at Texas Tech.
Right, yeah.
And then Kyler started out at A&M. And then Hurts started out at Alabama. Patrick Mahomes is the only true-blooded Raider Ash Red Raider. But, if you're looking at it, Patrick Mahomes is a great starting quarterback to have on your team.
Yeah, for sure. It's really weird, how Patrick Mahomes went to Texas Tech. The best quarterback in the league, the best young generational quarterback in the league went to Texas Tech. It's kind of a weird thought.
Yeah, but I think he's he went to White House or something weird. George Washington High School or something weird in the middle of nowhere.
Is that Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because his daddy was a baseball player, right?
Yeah. All right, the running backs for the Big 12 is Joe Mixon, Oklahoma University, Chris Carson, Oklahoma State, David Montgomery, Iowa State, Adrian Peterson, Oklahoma, Damian Williams, Oklahoma.
Yeah, another solid group. Big 12 produced a lot of good offensive players. Those are all, pretty studly. Damian Williams isn't as much, but he was real good in college. But, AP, Montgomery, Chris Carson, Mixon are all, starting running backs in the league. I know Adrian Peterson's kind of past his prime, but, we knew Adrian Peterson for what he was at that time. And, interesting group. What are your thoughts?
I feel like they're all, big boys.
Yeah, bruisers.
None of them, power backs. No scat backs, really,
Yeah.
It's because they're Texas born and bred, baby. Actually, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if all of them are from Texas.
Well, they drink their whole milk in Texas, I'll tell you that.
They're down south. That's all I know. All right, let's move on to the wide receiver core. Tyler Lockett, Kansas State. Sterling Shepard, Oklahoma. Hollywood Brown, Oklahoma. CeeDee Lamb, Oklahoma. Danny Amendola, Texas Tech. And then I added a little D.D. Westbrook, Oklahoma.
A lot more Oklahoma, man. That's basically Big 12. It's just Oklahoma.
That wide receiver core ain't that good.
No, it's kind of weak. Smaller guys. Small receivers, no big alphas.
I guess the biggest one's CeeDee Lamb.
Probably, yeah. Sterling Shepard, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
It's just, yeah, Tyler Lockett was really good in college, but for him to be like the best receiver in the Big 12,
It says something.
it's kind of weak, yeah.
It says something. All right, for the tight ends, we have Mark Andrews, Blake Jarwin. Mark Andrews went to OU. Blake Jarwin,
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Mark Andrews is one of the best tight ends in the league. So, that's Blake Jarwin. I guess the jury's still out.
I like Blake Jarwin. I think he's good. I think that's a solid tight end group. I mean, tight end's not known for being a great group, outside of maybe one conference that we'll get to later. But, yeah, Mark Andrews solid with Blake Jarwin as backup. I'd take that for the Big 12.
And for the offensive line, I'm just going to run through, the starter and the backup. Not really name the college. So for left tackle, we got Trent Williams and Orlando Brown. For left guard, Osamele and Dalton Risner. For center, we have Cody Whitechair and Creed Humphrey. For right guard, we have Mark Glowinski and Quentin Spain. For right tackle, Lane Johnson and Marcus Cannon.
Yeah, some good guys. Their left tackle is very solid. Trent Williams, Orlando Brown, both really good franchise left tackles. Kind of a lot of older guys in this group with Osamele, Marcus Cannon, Quentin Spain. I don't know. It's just not a great group outside of Trent Williams and Lane Johnson, Mark Glasnow. I mean, they're fine. It's not very strong, man. Big 12's lacking some talent from what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not impressed. Lane Johnson's really good. Trent Williams is really good. It's just kind of subpar to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know too much about offensive line, to be honest. I mean, I do know these names, but they're not big names. They don't have, it doesn't seem like it's up there with some of the other conferences, and I think it's weak compared to these other ones.
Yeah, so I'll do the defensive line now. The left end, Emmanuel Ogba and Ronnie Perkins. Right end, Jerry Hughes and Kerry Hyder. Defensive tackle, Jared McCoy and Puna Ford, baby, UT. That ain't shaking my britches, boy.
I like these guys. Emmanuel Ogba, Oklahoma State. Ronnie Perkins is interesting. He's a rookie in the league this year in 2021 from Oklahoma. Yeah, it's just a weak group, really. I mean, Kerry Hyder as a backup to Jerry Hughes, not ideal. But I do like their defensive tackles. I like Gerald McCoy and Puna Ford, big guys. And Texas got big boys, like you mentioned.
Yeah, I think my favorite person on this line is Puna.
Yeah, he's good. He's solid. But, I mean, Jerry Hughes is always a great vet. Been around for a long time. He's easily the best player on this defensive line, but he's no star. He's not Myles Garrett or anything. He's solid for what he does, but he's nothing special,
Yeah. All right, let's go to the linebacking core for the Big 12. Left outside linebacker, Jordan Brooks.
Shout out Jordan Brooks.
And Joseph Osai.
Bruce Irvin, too, is another guy.
Bruce Irvin, yeah. Middle linebacker, Nick Witkowski. Kenneth Murray, he's OU. Jordan Hicks, UT. Right outside linebacker, Kaiser White, Malik Jefferson.
Not a great group again, man. Big 12's known for not having, great defensive players. I mean, it's basically all offense. I mean, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, not known for having the greatest defensive players. I'm not sure why. Why are they not good at recruiting good defensive talent?
I think it's because the top recruits go to the SEC, ACC. I think it's like Texas has so many top recruits, but You know, as a kid, 18-year-old, you're like, I want to get away from my mom. I want to go somewhere out of state. I want to go to where I'm on national. I have a chance to win a national championship every year. It's like that. LSU will come in and take boys from Texas a lot. OU. Well, that's Big 12, like Florida and all them. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I think Sarkisian will start breeding them boys again.
For UT?
What?
For strictly UT?
Yeah, I think he's going to be a really good recruiter for UT.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
He's already making people switch.
The Big 12 as a whole is an issue defensively.
Yeah, but who wants to go to Baylor? Who wants to go to TCU? TCU's nice. Expensive.
I mean, if you get offered and that's your top offer, then yeah, I mean.
Who wants to go to Kansas?
Nobody.
Kansas State?
Well,
Iowa State?
In terms of like their football program or like the place itself?
The place. It's not very inviting.
Yeah, it's not, but I don't know. You're there to play football.
True. This is where Big 12 starts to really turn things around, if you ask me. The cornerback position, Xavier Howard, Baylor, Chris Harris Jr., Kansas, Jason Verrett. Was he TCU?
TCU, yeah.
Trey Flowers, Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
And Rasul Douglas.
West Virginia.
Ooh, yeah.
Very good college player.
Free safety, Earl the Pearl Thomas, Quandre Diggs, Angleton, Texas, baby. And Deshaun Elliott, strong safety, Tony Jefferson, Kenny Vaccaro, another UT boy, and Trayvon Moehrig, the rookie from TCU.
Yeah, a much better group of guys compared to the front seven. I did notice, though, the free safeties are all University of Texas.
Yep.
So they produce some good free safeties. Earl Thomas, Quandre Diggs, Deshaun Elliott are all starting safeties.
Where does Deshaun play?
The Ravens. Him and Chuck Clark in the back end of that. Earl Thomas, I think, is a free agent, but, he's the best
legend.
free safety for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, he's
him
a
and
legend.
Him and Harrison Smith. So, yeah, I like the group. Xavier Howard, led the league in interceptions last year. Chris Harris is a vet. He's experienced cornerback. Jason Verrett, same as him. Just a good group. I like it. The secondary's fine. But my issue is stopping the run against another conference with this defense.
And their weapons.
Yeah, with Mahomes, it could definitely put a bandage on a lot of these things, but defensively, they're going to have some issues against these other conferences. That's all I know. Yeah,
and they got like the best kicker in the league, Justin Tucker, and a good punter in Tress Way.
Yeah, for sure. Those will come in handy.
Yeah,
I think their offense should be fine. I think they could definitely hold up, but defensively, big issue. This is sadly one of the worst divisions. You don't think really the Big 12 being so bad, but putting this team together, I was very disappointed in some
It
of
was
the talent.
tough to make, man.
Yeah, it was.
Because we had to really do our research, get in there, uncover some things, man, and it was tough, man. It was like trying to find a needle in a haystack sometimes for some positions, man.
Yeah, because you're looking for like really talented players, but you keep going through and you're like, dang, they really don't have a lot of talent here in the Big 12 and the NFL.
Yeah, we were scraping the bottom of the barrel, but that was your Big 12 team. Let's move on.
Where are we going, Pac-12?
Yeah, Pac-12.
I like the Pac-12.
Yeah, it's sunny over there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Great schools to go to.
Yeah, beautiful schools, beautiful women.
Oh, that's probably why they get so many good recruits.
I believe it.
All right, let's start out with the QB. Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, Jared Goff, Nick Foles, and Sam Darnold.
Would you mind saying the colleges?
Oh, yeah. Aaron Rodgers, Cal. Justin Herbert, Oregon. Jared Goff, Cal. Nick Foles, Arizona. Sam Darnold, USC.
Yeah, very good group. With Aaron Rodgers at the helm. And Herbert and Jared Goff, I think are fine. I like the group there. good mix of vets and young players.
Yeah, I like the first two because Aaron Rodgers been through it all, long career, and Justin Herbert's just getting started. I like that, the future and then the legend. The other three, Jared Goff and Sam Darnold are still young, and Nick Foles is just Nick Foles. He's got a Super Bowl ring though, so he can't.
No, yeah, he deserves to make the list.
You can't shake your finger at that.
Are you gonna put over him Josh Rosen?
Big Lick Nick.
Yeah, Mick Foley, baby.
All right, let's move on to the running back. Christian McCaffrey, Stanford. Made a good grade on an SAT. Philip Lindsay, Colorado. Ronald Jones, USC. Zach Moss, Utah. Myles Gaskin, Washington Huskies. Ooh!
Yeah, I like this group because every running back's from a different school. It's not one team really is like the powerhouse at running back. It's every single one of those guys you mentioned were from a different school in the Pac-12. So it's, to me, the Pac-12 doesn't really have a powerhouse. It's every season someone different's kind of good. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Other than
it's
Oregon
and
USC,
sometimes it's Washington.
But UCLA has years, Colorado, Arizona State. Most of the teams there are relevant, and I like that about the Pac-12. And
I don't think it gets enough love.
Me neither.
Because all their games are late, and people are like, oh, man, it's 9 o'clock. Man, I'm not going to stay up to watch Arizona State.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But, when I do watch, college football, I enjoy watching the Pac-12. There's talent all in that conference.
Yeah, I agree. The wide receiver core is Keenan Allen, Cal. Robert Woods, USC. Brandon Cooks, Oregon State. Juju Smith-Schuster, USC. Marvin Jones Jr., Cal. I thought I'd throw in some more. Deshaun Jackson, Cal. Brandon Ayuk, Arizona State. Laviska Shenault Jr., Colorado. Tim Patrick, Utah.
Yeah.
He's a Ute.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, man, the talent's on a lot of different teams. USC is probably more of the receiver U in this conference. With some guys lately, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Michael Pittman, Juju.
And their history.
Robert Woods, Marquise Lee. Yeah, just some good solid quality receivers out of USC. And then Cal, Keenan Allen, Deshaun Jackson, Marvin Jones. Keenan's the alpha on this team, and I think he'd be a great weapon for Aaron Rodgers.
They're all little guys.
Yeah.
Marvin Jones, Brandon Ayuk, Laviska, and Patrick. That's why I threw them in there so we could see, we got some brute force in there too.
Yeah, more of a route technicians. Juju, Robert Woods, Keenan Allen. Just not super speedy, not super big, but very good at running routes.
I want to shout out the Beavers of Oregon State as well for going so far in the March Madness tournament for basketball.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to shout out Brandon Cooks for making the list for the Beavers, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah, he was a beast at Oregon State.
He was.
He was real good.
Can you name another Oregon State guy?
Yeah.
Who? Not in the league, but the best probably of all time. Actually, there's two.
I do know, but
there's
can't
two
remember.
greats. Running back, dreadlocks, Rams.
Steven Jacks.
Yeah. And then guy with a weird last name, great wide receiver with Ocho Cinco.
Mushin Muhammad.
No.
Oh,
I know what you said.
TJ Hushmanzada.
Yeah, Hushmanzada.
He went to Oregon State?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's Native American. But yeah, that was, I like the wide receiver core.
And Oregon State's jerseys are sick.
I love them.
Like the new ones.
I love them.
The big orange beaver on the helmet.
And I like their mascot, Bucky Beaver.
I don't know, but yeah, man, Oregon State's cool.
On the sideline, how they usually have, how the Buffaloes have, Ralphie?
Yeah.
And they run the buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
The Beavers have a little sanctuary where there's a little beaver building a dam the whole game.
He's like chewing on wood logs.
Like they undam it before the game, and by the end of the game, he's done. It's plugged
fixed.
up.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I'd go just to watch that, honestly.
Yeah, I think we should make a road trip just to see that little beaver get to work.
Yeah, they should have an easy time recruiting with that going on.
I forget what part of Oregon, but I think it's real beautiful. Let's go to the tight ends. Robert Gronkowski, Arizona. Austin Hooper,
Stanford.
Zach Ertz, Stanford as well. Not bad, man. Pretty good. Gronk's a Hall of Famer. Hooper's overrated. Ertz is old.
Yeah. I mean, there's quality tight ends, though, in the NFL.
For sure.
Which is nice. So, I mean, Gronk at Arizona is big for this offense, especially. Yeah, easily the best tight end in this conference in the NFL. Hooper and Ertz are fine for depth, but, yeah, I mean, Gronk is Gronk, so it's a good weapon for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, solid. I'm going to just name all the left tackles because it's a freak show.
Yeah, man,
And then
surprised that Pac-12 produced this good of offensive linemen.
Yeah, I'll just run through it. So left tackle, this is the depth chart, all three. David Bakhtiari, Tyron Smith, and Garrett Bowles. Left guard, Andrus Peat, Vera Tucker, the rookie. Center, Alex Mack, Pat McCarry. Right guard, David DeCastro, Tyrell Crosby. Right tackle, Mitchell Schwartz, and Penei Sewell.
Yeah, interesting group.
Yeah, it's a solid. I think any NFL team would take that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that. Kind of older guys, though, with Mitchell Schwartz, David DeCastro, Alex Mack, and even Bakhtiari's getting older. But Tyron Smith, he's a guy that you mentioned at a left tackle behind Bakhtiari, but you got to get that man in that lineup. I don't know if you slide him to right tackle, move Schwartz to left guard in front of Pete, but if you do something like that, that offensive line is very, very deadly, very strong.
Yeah, shout out to Pac-12 offensive linemen.
Shout out Penei Sewell on there and Elijah Vera Tucker.
All right, let's get to the defensive line. Left end, Cameron Jordan and Trent Murphy. Right end, Leonard Williams and Everson Griffin. Defensive tackle, DeForest Buckner and Kenny Clark. Ooh, and Vita Vea. That's a solid line there, bud.
Yeah, that's the best line we've seen so far between them and the Pac-12.
Big 12?
Big 12, sorry. Yeah, Leonard Williams, Cameron Jordan, DeForest Buckner. If you're doing a 4-3, you can throw Kenny Clark in there. That's very elite. It would probably be the best in the league in real life, so I like it, man. They produce the big dogs up front, offensively and defensively. You wouldn't really expect it, but like you said, people want to go play in those pretty schools, pretty women, pretty facilities.
Pretty weather.
Man.
I think California's a big state.
That's true. California and Oregon's pretty. It's weird, man. Yeah, I like it. Good group there.
All right, and then we'll go to the linebacker core. Left outside linebacker, Jayon Brown, Michael Kendricks. Middle linebacker, Eric Kendricks, Blake Martinez. Right outside linebacker, Miles Jack and Anthony Barr. Seasonal.
You like that group?
I really like Miles Jack, man. He's a freak, and I like both the Kendricks. I don't know who Jayon Brown is. Am I saying that wrong?
No, Jayon Brown, yeah. He's Tennessee Titans. He's kind of a younger guy, up and coming, but he's a stud on the outside. He makes a lot of tackles, a lot of plays. I like him. Yeah, he's a good linebacker. It's a solid group, really. They got depth with Michael Kendricks, Anthony Barr, Blake Martinez, Bobby Okereke as well. Good group, yeah, very solid.
All right, let's get into that secondary. Cornerback, Marcus Peters. Where'd he go?
Washington.
Richard Sherman, Stanford. Byron Murphy.
Washington.
Dory Jackson, USC. Who's that? Jimmy Smith. Colorado. Free safety, Marcus Williams and Justin Reed. Nice. I know he went to Stanford. Strong safety, Buda Baker. Washington?
Yep.
Dang, boy, they got a lot of secondary boys. Jordan Poyer, Oregon State. kicker from Colorado, Mason Crosby, and punter Johnny Hetker.
He's from Oregon State. Yeah. Yeah.
Someone do some research on that. Let me look real quick.
Yeah, but getting into the DBs, they're pretty loaded, and Washington seems like a factory for the DBs in Pac-12. They seem like they always have a lot of good talent there in the first round. Elijah Molden was a rookie this year. It was supposed to be a high draft pick. He kind of fell, but that's just to build the case for this Washington secondary. Marcus Peters, Richard Sherman, Byron Murphy, you mentioned them. It's real solid, and Budda Baker's no joke. And I think, this team's much better than the Big 12. I think they could run laps around them.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're in agreement on that one.
Yeah, I didn't realize the Pac-12 produced this much good talent. But I'm a big fan. I like the team. I like the Pac-12, and yeah, it's solid, real solid.
What's next on the agenda, buddy?
Oh, we're gonna fart and we're gonna name it.
Does everyone do that?
No, it'll just be a little game.
I've ran out of names.
Yeah, Mike.
Last one was Pipsqueaks.
Must have been a quiet one.
Yeah, but it was long. Big Ten?
All right, let's go.
Ooh, yeah. Let's get into this one. This one's going to be juicy, so I want you guys to listen and listen close. Quarterbacks, Tom Brady, Michigan. Russell Wilson, Wisconsin. Kirk Cousins, Michigan State. Justin Fields, the Ohio State. Dwayne Haskins, the Ohio State University.
Yeah, I mean, interesting. Tom Brady, the GOAT. Russell Wilson there. But it's funny, too, how, Ohio State's normally dogged upon about their quarterbacks, like in the NFL.
Who?
Ohio State. Normally they don't, when they come in the NFL, they don't really produce or are very good.
Like J.T. Barrett?
Yeah, Barrett, Braxton Miller. Another guy in there, I'm forgetting his name, but yeah, to have Fields and Haskins in their top 5 in this Big Ten, it's kind of interesting.
Is Haskins on the Steelers now?
Yeah. I mean, you guys could probably, input and add someone else, but, from our point of view, from our knowledge, we had 2 Ohio State guys in here. Kirk Cousins, he's been fine, and then obviously Russell Wilson and Tom Brady.
Super Bowl winners.
Those 2 guys are real good, and probably the top 2 best of any of these conferences. So,
yeah, you're pretty safe off with Tom Brady at the helm.
Yeah, for sure, especially with the weapons he's gonna have.
Yeah, if he's your captain, you're cool. Let's move on to the running back position. Yeah, this one's a good one, boys and girls. Saquon Barkley, Penn State. Ezekiel Elliott, the Ohio State University. Raheem Mostert,
Purdue.
Oh, Purdue Boilermaker?
Yeah.
Wow. Melvin Gordon, Wisconsin. Jonathan Taylor, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I love this group.
That's a nasty group there.
You could even throw Miles Sanders in there if you want.
Yeah, put little Miles in there.
I like the group. Zeke, Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, just freaks. Probably the best running group so far that we've heard. Tom Brady and Barkley, would be something special, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and then having Zeke come in. Young and spry, that's all I'm going to say about it. Wide receiver core, Stephon Diggs, Maryland. Michael Thomas, Ohio State. Allen Robinson, Penn State. Terry McLaurin, Penn State. What's his name? Chris Godwin, Penn State.
Yeah, what a group, man. That's a big group of receivers. You wouldn't think Big Ten is producing such great receivers because, they're known for their smash mouth football. But this is probably the best receiving group, maybe outside of the SEC. But, I'll take those guys in a heartbeat. A lot of Penn State talent on the offense with Barkley, Allen Robinson, and Godwin. Yeah, just full of talent there in the receiving group for sure.
Jerry Sandusky's probably in prison banging his head against the wall.
Yeah, maybe he's the reason they went, though.
I highly doubt it. I really highly doubt it.
I wouldn't bank against it.
That's funny. Well, screw you, Jerry. you sick freak. Let's go to the tight ends on a brighter note. George Kittle, Iowa.
Mike Gesicki, Penn State.
T.J. Hawkinson, Iowa.
Iowa factory tight ends. You could also mention Noah Fant. He's from Iowa as well.
Yeah, these boys, they're producing some tight ends because there's some. I noticed they're all Caucasian male.
Yeah. Noah Fant, not though.
Is he not?
Noah Fant's not Caucasian.
He's black.
Right. But yeah, I mean, the guys listed here, tight ends, 3 of the best tight ends in the league as it is right now, with Kittle, Hawkinson, and Gesicki. That's a great group for Tom Brady. Probably the best tight end group in all the conferences. It'd be hard to top those guys. Yeah, I like the group for sure.
All right, and might be their pride and joy is the offensive line for the Big Ten. Taylor Lewan, Taylor Decker at left tackle, left guard, the one, the only, Richie Incognito, and Roger Saffold, center, Corey Lindsey and Austin Blythe, right guard, Brandon Scherf, Kevin Zeitler, right tackle, Tristan Wirfs, and Ryan, how do you say his last name? Ramcheks.
Yeah, man, that's their bread and butter. Offensive line. Wisconsin. Good.
That's how I imagine offensive linemen after every play.
Yeah, it's the best group. That's what they're known for. Big Ten producing offensive linemen. Very deep at each position. You even got Graham Glasnow you can mention, Brian Bulaga, Rashawn Slater. Just some other names to throw in there just to show you how deep and how good the talent is in the Big Ten there. So that'll protect Tom Brady and Barkley and Zeke and Russell Wilson, to make some throws and to make some plays. So I like it. I love their offense a lot.
Do you think if that offensive line all got into an elevator, they'd be able to go up?
Absolutely not.
That's how you know you got a good offensive line on your hands.
1,700 pounds, man.
Yeah, so that's how you know, man, that you got a strong offensive line there, buddy. Let's move on to the defensive line. Left end, J.J. Swat, Joey Bosa as his backup. Right end, Cam Hayward, Nick Bosa Bros. Defensive tackle, Ndamukong Suh, Maurice Hurst. Yeah, that's a good defensive line there, bud.
Yeah, J.J. Watt, the ultimate. Cam Hayward, solid. The Bosa Bros behind him. Even mentioned Brandon Graham and Chase Young. What a solid group. Big Ten's full of talent, man. I know I keep saying that, reiterating that, but it's pretty disgusting. Very big, very smash-mouth guys. And a bunch of guys I would not want to mess with. A bunch of guys I wouldn't want to see in a dark alley. Because my shorts would be the same color as the floorboards.
I heard that. Why do people go to Big Ten schools?
Big and nasty.
I feel like it's like people that are overlooked by the big colleges.
Yeah.
Except for Ohio State.
Well, I think it's good for offensive linemen and defensive linemen. And most of these guys are Caucasian, kind of the Midwestern area,
Good old boys.
Yeah, the chubby sniffers.
Yeah, man. All right, let's go to the linebackers. Left outside linebacker, not JJ, but TJ Watt. Rashawn Gary. Middle linebacker, Levante David and Devin Bush. Right outside linebacker, Van Ginkel or Van Winkle. And Jake Ryan. Is it Jake?
Yeah, that's a weak spot on the right outside linebacker, but you could always put Devin Bush out there, Joe Sherbert out there. But I like it.
You don't like Van Winky?
Adam Van Ginkel? He's good. He's
where
fine.
Does he play in the pros?
Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, he needs to go.
No, I think he's fine, but if you have...
Is he a starter?
Devin Bush and Joe Sherbert, you got to get those guys in there. Yeah,
Devin Bush is a freak.
He does start, yeah. Yeah, Devin Bush is a monster.
Remember when we played Madden that one game and I went off with him?
Yeah, it's because his speed's like 98.
Yeah, I had 3 sacks, 2 tackles for a loss and like 2 picks. And I just played on Devin Bush.
Yeah, he's real good for the Steelers. And to have, TJ Watt, too.
And it's weird that Levante David went to Nebraska.
That is weird.
He doesn't look like a Nebraska. I thought Blake Martinez went to Nebraska.
No, that was the quarterback. Blake Martinez.
That's right.
Taylor Martinez or something.
Yeah. Whenever I saw it today, that Blake Martinez, where'd he go? Somewhere in Pac-12?
Arizona or something?
Yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Blake Martinez was a Nebraska Cornhusker.
No. Yeah, no, it's Taylor Martinez. But, yeah, Levante David is weird. Devin Bush, too.
He went to Michigan.
I know, that's just, I don't know, just the Big Ten. It's weird, I don't know.
Devin Bush doesn't surprise me.
I mean, Michigan doesn't really, Rashawn Gary, too, and Jake Ryan. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good group, though, all the way around. That's solid.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the Big Ten as of right now.
Absolutely.
Let's see if it keeps going with the cornerbacks.
Oh, golly.
Denzel Ward, Ohio State University. Marshawn Lattimore, Ohio State. J.C. Jackson, Bradley Roby, Ohio State. Desmond King III, Michigan. Looks like the Ohio State's holding down the cornerbacks. Free safety, Devin McCourty, Micah Hyde. Strong safety, Adrian Amos and Malcolm Jenkins. Kicker, Robbie Gould. And punter, Cook.
Sam Cook. Yeah.
Sam Cook. Shout out to Sam Cook. I hope.
Yeah, I really like the secondary, man. Some good talent. Front two, Denzel Ward, Marshawn Lattimore. Studs. And then McCourty, the vet, and Adrian Amos, solid.
What about Jeff Okudah?
No, he's not good enough.
Will he be?
I don't know. He should be.
Wasn't he like the 3rd pick or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Big Ten, they really brought it, man.
Sneaky.
Yeah. Big 12, you need to step up your game and start recruiting in the Midwest, man.
Yeah, Big 12's got to start flying around.
Yeah, but it's going to get better.
Because they only recruit like Texas dudes, man. Go out and get some fruit flavor.
Texas is one of the best recruiting
Obviously
states.
not.
No, people
Did you
steal.
Not Big Ten?
People steal.
Go to the Midwest. Go get some big bruisers.
We need to go over to Hawaii, island hopping.
Yeah, man.
Go to Maine.
Why?
Vermont.
No, Midwest. They got the big boys. The
Rhode
country
Island.
boys.
Rhode Island, that's where Cootie pays from.
That's it.
I know. I think he's the highest recruit in like 20 years.
Yeah, stay away from there. What's next, Bof?
My initials. It's the ACC.
Yo, we got the ACC.
The AC's on, and the ACC's about to be up on the deck.
All right, let's get it started. QB, who do we got? We got Lamar Jackson, Louisville. Deshaun Watson, Clemson. Matt Ryan, Boston College. Trevor Lawrence, Clemson. Teddy Bridgewater, Louisville. Great group, man.
Scoot! Yeah, I like this one a lot, man. Lamar was a freak in college. Deshaun has a national championship. Matt Ryan was the 2nd pick in the draft. Trevor Lawrence was the 1st pick in the draft. And then we got little Teddy Two Gloves holding down the hatches, man. But you got to love him because he's a Bronco.
Nah, I disagree.
Actually,
but I like this group because 3 really strong dual threats. Lamar, Deshaun, Trevor Lawrence. Very athletic, very good arms. I like how that's kind of a correlation with those guys. Matt Ryan, he's an absolute stud at Boston College, was real good.
He's good, been good in the pros.
And he's been real good for Atlanta for so many years. It's a good group. I mean, it's up there with Brady and Russell Wilson in the Big Ten.
Teddy Bridgewater was there before Lamar, right?
Correct.
And he was like a Heisman guy. So Teddy was a freak at Louisville.
No, he was real good, but I don't think he won the Heisman or nothing.
He wasn't in discussion?
He might have been in discussion.
That's what I said.
I thought you meant like won it.
No, who do you think I am?
Jake Paul.
Huh. You're like, don't reach over this desk right now and pop you, man.
Got him.
I'll fight like Jake Paul.
You fight like you got your hands in a blender. All right, next up we do have the halfbacks. This is a great group here. Let's name them. Dalvin Cook, Florida State. James Conner, Pitt. Cam Akers, Florida State. Nyheim Hines, North Carolina State. A.J. Dillon, Boston College. And even Gio Bernard from North Carolina. I like this group, man. Good mix of different guys.
Not a big fan.
You didn't like it?
I mean, of course, Dalvin's great. I like Cam Akers. James Conner's all right. Nyheim Hines and Giovanni are basically, third down backs. A.J. Dillon, the jury's still out.
I like the group. I think it's solid. It's not the best, but Dalvin and Cam Akers, Florida State guys. I mean, they down and gritty on it.
They're built the same, man.
Yeah, they look like they're real good at it.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the receivers. This might get you a little wet between the ears. DeAndre Hopkins, Clemson, Tyler Boyd, Pitt, Will Fuller. This is a guy who slid in here with Notre Dame. Devontae Parker, Louisville, Mike Williams, Clemson, Chase Claypool, sliding up at the end with Notre Dame. What are your thoughts on that receiving group?
Not bad, but not great.
I think it's real good, man.
It's good. Don't get me wrong, but for some reason I was thinking Clemson was just going to run the gauntlet with this one, man. But then I realized Sammy Watkins.
Are we missing someone? Because people always say how Clemson's the receiver U.
T. Higgins?
Does he make the list here, though?
I don't think so. We did a pretty thorough job.
Yeah, I mean, would you take him over Mike Williams? Mike Williams was better at Clemson. Was he or was he not?
I don't know. That's a good question.
No, he definitely was. Devontae Parker I'd rather have.
No, I think our list is right. I'm just trying to think of more Clemson guys.
Well, they have like Justin Ross and Amari Rodgers, but it's Hop and Mike Williams, really.
What about Hunter Renfrow?
Yeah, I guess he's in there, but I mean, he looks like he steals pencils out of the library.
I wouldn't be surprised if he caught some kind of charge like that.
So it's just, yeah, I mean, Tyler Boyd's reliable. Will Fuller's a high flyer. I mean, I like the group. It's solid. Definitely a good receiving core.
Yeah, it's good.
Next up, we have the tight ends. It's a deep list here. We'll go Darren Waller, Georgia Tech. Logan Thomas, ex-quarterback of Virginia Tech, now tight end. David Njoku, Miami. Kyle Rudolph, Notre Dame. And Eric Ebron, North Carolina.
I forgot about Logan Thomas being a quarterback.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's very...
And he was like good at it at Virginia Tech.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah, he had a good arm, and I think he got drafted as a quarterback too. Arizona and stuff.
I keep looking at it. This is a darn good tight end core.
Real good. Darren Wallace.
Darren Walrus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's incredible. Eric Ebron, Njoku. Yeah, you can sign me up, man.
Yeah, ACC's got talent, man. Real do.
Aaron Christopher Campbell, baby. My social is doo.
Yeah, and then let's get on to the offensive line. A very solid group. Ronnie Stanley running it up there at the Dose, Notre Dame. Dwayne Brown, Virginia Tech. Mekhi Becton, Louisville. Left guard, we have Joe Tooney. I don't know where he went. Probably somewhere stink. Lincoln Tomlinson, Duke. Center, we have Rodney Hudson, Florida State. Brad Linder. Right guard, we have Zach Martin, Notre Dame. Wyatt Teller. Shaq Mason. Real good depth there. Right tackle, we have Mike McGlinchey, Notre Dame. Was that Brian O'Neill and Morgan Moses?
What was the right tackle's name?
Mike McGlinchey.
You know, he didn't get a holding call last year.
Yeah, he's good. Strong. San Francisco's.
He is?
Yeah, isn't he on San Francisco?
Yeah. They call him...
Mike McClinchy?
No Clinchy, Mike McGlinchey. Because he doesn't hold, man. He uses them bare hands.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good player, man. That's a great O-line. Ronnie Stanley, Joe Tooney, Rodney Hudson, Zach Martin.
I bet you those boys can cut block like a lumberjack.
Yeah, man. Those guys will hit you and leave a stamp on your head.
Imagine running a zone run scheme with those guys.
Scary thought.
Imagine the pocket with that one.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook's going to have 200 yards a game behind those guys.
Your pocket would look like a Dickies pants. Have you ever had Dickies pants?
Yeah.
The pockets are real deep.
Yeah, these guys are butter thin.
No. Oh, they're thick, man.
They're deep, too, man. What a group. This is probably better than Big Tens if we're really looking at it like that.
Yeah, it's because you got all those Golden Domers.
Golden Dons.
Yeah, Golden Domers, a reference to the Notre Dames.
Yeah, let's get on to the defensive side. We love the offensive side. Left end, Stephen Tuitt, Notre Dame. Brian Burns. Brian Burns, Florida State. Romeo Okwara, Notre Dame. Calais Campbell.
Uncle.
Yeah, he's my dad, Junior. Chandler Jones. Yeah. Good player. Bradley Chubbs.
Ooh, North Carolina State.
Yeah, I'll get you a little Chubb.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Defensive tackle, Aaron Donald.
Holy mackerel.
Grady Jarrett and Dexter Lawrence. What a defensive line that is, man. Big dudes. Calais Campbell, Aaron Donald.
Isn't Calais Campbell like 6'8"?
Yeah.
It runs in the family.
Yeah, he's a big guy, man. Genetically speaking.
Aaron Donald's not that big of a guy, but he's a freak.
He's giant.
No, he's short for his... That was like
Have you seen his body stature?
He's short for a defensive tackle.
Yeah, but if you look at him horizontally...
You can't see the wall behind him.
Yeah, it'd be like looking at a tree trunk.
But he's like not the biggest guy.
He's huge.
He's not that big.
No,
dude.
He's not that big for like height-wise. He's not Calais Campbell.
The reason he's so good is because of his footwork and his hands.
What is he like? He's got to be 280 though, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. More than that.
No, he's freak. That's what we're getting at. Grady Jarrett's another really good under-the-radar defensive tackle. You don't really hear about him, but he's the best player on that defense for Atlanta.
Yeah, I know that. That's the only guy I know on Atlanta's defense. Deion Jones.
I'd say Grady. And Brian Burns. Watch out for a Brian Burns breakout year. We're going to be talking about him as one of the best pass rushers.
I thought last year was his breakout year.
Nah, bigger breakout. Everyone's going to know about him. Brian Burns, Carolina Pants.
He went to Florida State, right?
Yeah. He was a high draft pick, top 15, top 10 maybe.
There was a guy on the Broncos, DeMarcus Walker.
Yeah. I think he's a Texan.
He is?
Yeah,
he is. They're similar, aren't they?
Who?
DeMarcus Walker and Brian Burns. And not like talent-wise, but like position.
Yeah, I think they're DNs, but I think DeMarcus Walker plays like a 3-4 DN. But Brian Burns is like a speed rushing outside linebacker DN. I don't think he's as big as DeMarcus Walker. Yeah, good group. All right, let's move on to the left outside linebackers. Olivier Vernon, Robert Quinn, Drew Tranquill. Middle linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. Jeremiah Owusu-Karamoah and Cole Holcomb. Right outside linebacker, Harold Landry, Matt Milano, Vince Williams. Not as good as a group.
Yeah, not that great, to be honest. Underwhelming.
Like Tremaine Edmonds is a good linebacker. Harold Landry's fine on the outside, but
Vernon's lost.
Yeah, I don't even think he's on a team anymore.
He's not on the Browns no more.
I guess you could put Robert Quinn in, who's fine. He's kind of older, but yeah, not much depth, not much like star-studded talent in that linebacking core. I mean, it helps to have that great front line, but I'm not impressed with this group. Cornerback is the interesting one. I really like this group. Jalen Ramsey, Florida State. Jair Alexander, Louisville. Kendall and Kyle Fuller, Virginia Tech. Xavier Rhodes, Florida State. Free safety, we have Harrison Smith and Justin Simmons. Strong safety, we have Derwin James and Anthony Harris.
Dang.
And kicker, Harrison Butker and punter, Brett Pinion.
Good luck throwing on these boys.
Yeah, let's get into that secondary, man.
Holy matrimony, man.
Yeah, they could probably lock down a Grizzly.
You got two lockdown corners on the outside and the Fuller brothers taking around.
Yeah, Harrison Smith knocking and Derwin James knocking around too.
Justin Simmons?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was very surprised on that secondary, man, but that's why I like doing these, man. You get to really see what that conference is all about as a whole.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. I didn't know ACC was known for their...
Is that DB Pooh?
That might be Fart Me On.
Ah.
This might be the best group of the secondary for sure.
Don't let the SEC boys hear you say that because Lynch is
They've been the best so far. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, I agree. You didn't see the kicker.
Yeah, Harrison Butts.
You didn't see the punter.
Yeah, Brett Pinion.
Ooh, the smell of Pinion in the morning.
Are we moving up?
Moving on up.
All right, let's get flavorful. Let's bring the flavor in this one. SEC, Southeastern Conference. I don't even know if that's right.
Big boys, the Titans.
The Titanoboas.
The Titanics.
All right, first up, the starting quarterback for the SEC Conference, Dak Prescott, Mississippi State. His backup will be Ryan Tannehill, Texas A&M, Matthew Stafford, Georgia, Joe Burrow, LSU, and Scam the Cam Newton, Auburn. What do you think about that QB room there?
I like it, man. I ain't going to lie. You got young, you got old, you got mobile, you got steady, you got Dak. Cam Newton was at Florida at first, and then he stole a laptop. And he had to go to...
Let's not bring up the negative past, okay?
Well, I wanted them to know that he was SEC twice. So we should put a star by his name. But he stole someone's laptop, and then he went to Blinn, and then he went to Auburn and won a national championship.
Yeah, that's a heck of a story. Heck of a player.
Is that why you called him Scam?
Yeah, because he uses that laptop to scam people's credit cards.
I believe it.
Yeah, I like the QB room, though, man. You can put anyone in at any time, and they're going to perform. That's why I like it. Running back. Starting running back Derrick Henry. His backup will be Nick Chubb, Alvin Kamara, Josh Jacobs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Leonard Fournette, Kenyon Drake, Todd Gurley. We could go on forever with these running backs of the SEC. Najee Harris, to name another one.
Mark Ingram?
Yes, Trent Rich. We could keep going on and on.
I have CTE just looking at that list.
Yeah, we got some bangers in here, man.
Well, you got like the bangers, Henry and Chubb, Josh Jacobs, and then you got Kamara, Clyde Edwards,
Drake,
Kenyon.
Yeah, what a running back group, though.
Oh, yeah, my hamstrings and my ankles hurt and my shoulders hurt.
I don't know, who would you even play? Like Derrick Henry, obviously, but like...
Derrick Henry off, and then count Kamara off of him.
But like, what do you do with Chubb, Jacobs, Edwards-Helaire?
Dude, I don't know.
That's what I mean. Like,
I'd be like a kid in a candy store.
You're going to have to make some trades with them. Send them to the Big 12.
You can't do that, man. They have to stay.
No.
So you just pick and choose the game you want them, the matchup. Big 12, you can probably put in your backups.
You could put Todd Gurley.
You probably put, Kenyon, Lenny. Let them get some run.
Shoot, Lenny against the Big 12? Golly.
And then when you're playing like the ACC or Big 10, you put in the big boys.
All right, let's keep going on with this star-studded conference. Receiver, Julio Jones, Alabama. Amari Cooper, Alabama. Calvin Ridley, Alabama. Mike Evans, Texas A&M. Odell Beckham Jr., LSU. DK Metcalf, Ole Miss. A.J. Brown, Ole Miss.
Justin Jefferson, LSU.
I don't think I've ever seen a group this scary of any group that we've named so far.
You don't think they can go... you don't like the Big Ten?
No, I love the Big Ten's receiver group. But these guys have the freaks. These guys have the big bodies, the speed, and just alpha dogs. Too many alpha dogs on this team.
It is scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just Metcalf and A.J. Brown. Julio.
Their smallest guy is Calvin Ridley, really.
Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, him too, but A.J. Brown, Metcalf, Evans, Julio. Like, those are big alpha number one targets on any team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's monstrous.
Yeah.
Your offense would look like the scariest thing. Imagine Julio and then, who's walking next to a Metcalf and A.J. Brown walk out. And then you have Derrick Henry.
Gosh.
Cam
Newton, if you wanted to go big there.
Yeah, just to scare him for the coin toss.
Yeah, my feet are getting sweaty just thinking about that.
Like if the team was wearing white pants going up to the coin toss, they'd walk back with brown.
Yeah, man, they'd be liquefied.
Just from the handshakes and the coin toss.
I believe it. I wouldn't. I'd ask the coach to sit me out for a few.
And the ref would say like heads or tails in the air, and Derrick Henry would call it, and he would call heads, it would be tails, and then they'd be like, oh, you have to kick off, and then which side do you want to defend? And Derrick Henry said, I said tails. And then he'd be like, okay, what do you want to receive or kick?
That's funny. But yeah, let's go. Let's move on. Tight end, Hunter Henry, Arkansas, Jared Cook, and Evan Ingram.
Dang, dude, it's not fair.
Yeah.
SEC's not fair. I mean, it's another solid. I don't think it stacks up with the Big Ten, though.
Tight end group, absolutely not. Yeah. That's the Big Ten for sure.
They're kind of older, and then, Evan Ingram hasn't hit his stride yet.
Yeah, I agree. I think, though, with this tight end group, they're very, prototypical, athletic for their positions. Like Jared Cook, Evan Ingram, and Hunter Henry itself. He's not the fastest, but they're athletic tight ends.
I didn't know Jared Cook went to South Carolina.
You did? Yeah, he was good. You remember that?
I don't.
Yeah, you do. I don't believe you.
Who was the running back that went to South Carolina but ripped up his leg? Is that Lattimore?
Yeah. I have it on the tip of my tongue. He dreads, big guy.
Yeah, and he was a freak.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He was on the Lions or something, but didn't make it.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, shout out that guy. I hope he's doing well in life. Next up, we have the offensive line. We'll go ahead and get dirty with that. Laramie Tunsil at your left tackle, Ole Miss. Andrew Whitworth, LSU, and Isaiah Wynn, Georgia. Left guard, Elgington Jenkins. I want to shout him out. He's a real solid young player. And then behind him you have Damian Lewis from LSU. Center, Ryan Kelly, R. Kelly. Behind him you have Frank Ragnow and David Andrews. Right guard, Gabe Jackson, Trey Turner. And then right tackle, Trent Brown, Lyle Collins, and Braden Smith.
It's another solid offensive line there.
Yeah, I'd say.
But I don't know, the Big Ten's kind of...
They might have the upper end on that one.
Yeah, but like I said, any organization would take that offensive line and they'd probably reap the benefits with those big boys.
Yeah, not the best of the best, but definitely above average players. I mean, Tunsil, he's not the best left tackle in the league, but he's definitely up there.
This is definitely the smelliest offensive line of the bunch.
You think they stink?
Yeah.
Who do you think stinks the worst, though?
The guy with the last name Brown.
Trent Brown? Have you seen him before?
He's huge, isn't he?
Yeah, he's giant, but his face, it's kind of funny. I don't know.
Does he look like a teddy bear?
Yeah, kind of. He just looks cute. I don't know.
One time I saw him hug his coach, and the coach got engulfed into his belly, and they had to get him out.
Surgically remove him?
Not surgically, but kind of punch his stomach.
Yeah, that's concerning, because if he slid into the belly button, there's no oxygen.
I heard offensive linemen's getting sucked into an offensive lineman's belly button is like going scuba diving in an underwater cave.
Yeah.
So you better be prepared, man. And don't let go of your line.
Yeah, it's a certain point, it starts to feel like your insides are coming out from the inside out.
I've never heard that. The suction?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a scary thought, man. It's like a black hole.
Yeah, literally.
What do you mean, literally?
A belly button.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
Oh, that's good, man. We're getting there. All right, let's get to this defense, man. We already know their offense is scary. SEC's going to have an elite defense. We know it as it is. Left in, Danielle Hunter, the monster hunter. Behind him, we have Zadarius Smith, Jadeveon Clowney. Golly. Right in, we have Myles Garrett, Melvin Ingram, Trey Flowers. Defensive tackle, Fletcher Cox, Chandler Jones, Jonathan Allen.
Jeez.
Golly.
I didn't think the stars would ever end, man. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You could play with the third strings and have the best defensive line in the league.
Yeah, their third strings would be Jadeveon Clowney, Trey Flowers, and Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Holy cow.
Holy mackerel. We needed to start investigating the SEC.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely money involved.
Money, and we need to check birth certificates.
Yeah, Jadeveon might be 48.
I think some of these people are 30-something.
Yeah. Fletcher Cox, I wouldn't be surprised if he was 30
Well,
as a freshman.
yeah, I'm not. I mean,
Mississippi State.
Mississippi
Mississippi State might be up to something deep down. They always
did get. I thought no, it was Ole Miss. They got in trouble.
Well, Ole Miss cheats for sure, but Mississippi State is different.
What about Kimdichie? Robert?
Yeah, he
Did
just
he
signed in someone's training camp. Forget who it was.
He's such a freak.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a monster. He's huge, but I
He
don't
played
know,
for
man.
the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, he was drafted there, and
Bounced around.
then just
He has
flopped.
mental. I don't want to say that. That's kind of. He has trouble.
That's all right.
We all do.
Let's move on to the linebackers. We've all been freaked out up to this point. So,
There's no way they can freak me out more.
left outside linebacker Von Miller, Leonard, Von Miller and Leonard Floyd, solid group. Middle linebacker Deontay Hightower, Roquan Smith, Deion Jones, C.J. Mosley. Right outside linebacker Devin White, K.J. Wright, Preston Smith.
That just don't make sense anymore. It doesn't add up.
Yeah, man, what a group.
We shouldn't even have done this.
Yeah, we should have just kept the SEC out of this.
Yeah, because this is... Well, the people need to know, man.
No, they don't.
Investigate the SEC. Not the NCAA one, but the financial... Or the corporation.
SEC Corp.
And also investigate 311.
Cornerbacks. Stephon Gilmore, Tre'Davious White, Marlon Humphrey, Darius Slay, Casey Hayward.
Oh, the rich keep getting richer, don't they?
Free safety, Eddie Jackson, Minka Fitzpatrick. Strong safety, Tyrann Mathieu, Jamal Adams. Kicker, Josh Lambo. Punter, J.K. Scott.
I don't think words do it justice, man.
Nah, not at all.
That's just a lopsided thing.
Yeah, you said it yourself. You could use a third string.
There should be the NCAA, and then there should be the SEC, and then there should be the NFL.
I mean, this team right here could definitely be...
This is basically semi-pro.
This would be the best NFL team if you put these guys
The
in
SEC should be the minor leagues for the NFL.
one. Yeah, I like that idea.
And you can get drafted after you're a freshman. You have to play 1 year, one and done. I'm onto something, man.
They would just play each other. I mean, that's basically what it is now.
No, but they play like for the championship and stuff.
Okay, interesting. Interesting idea. But yeah, it's star-studded. It's full of talent. We were
Josh
trying to,
Lambo.
we were trying to decide before who could compete, who would be the teams. But after reading this list and looking it over, the SEC is a different breed. I think we knew that kind of coming in.
But seeing it on paper just is shocking.
Yeah, man, it's different. It's absolutely insane the amount of talent that the SEC brings in. So basically what we're trying to say is that if you're an NFL GM, only draft SEC players.
That's basically what it is.
That's basically all it comes down to.
I don't know, because you won't get...
Because then you won't get the outside the Power 5 conference players that we're about to get into right now.
The under-recruited, the forgotten,
The unloved.
and the sweet.
The chip on their shoulders.
Outside the Power 5, boys. So these are people outside the Power 5 that got into the NFL and flourished.
Yeah, so their quarterback's going to be Josh Allen from Wyoming. Derek Carr, Ben Roethlisberger, Carson Wentz, Trey Lance, and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Not so much big names, but lots of talent in that group.
It's all right.
Halfback, Aaron Jones, Kareem Hunt, Austin Eckler, James Robinson, Devin Singletary, and Antonio Gibson. Solid group for not being in a Power 5.
Not bad.
Slept on group, and they made it in there. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Adam Thielen, Robbie Anderson, Kenny Golladay, Cooper Kupp, Antonio Brown. That's a group you cannot shy away from.
That's a freak group.
Yeah, man, that's the ones that'll get you.
That's the one that keeps me coming back for more, man.
Shoot, I mean,
You ever been to Golden Corral and got the mini corn dogs?
Yeah,
One time I ate 7 plates on Labor Day.
yeah. One time I dipped it in the chocolate fountain.
That should be a violation of the law. Are the
What?
corn dogs in chocolate?
Corn dogs and chocolate, man.
One time I was there, and there was a family, and the father was peeling the bread off and just eating the wee-wees.
Yeah, I noticed too. Like the father of these families are always the same size.
They're always wearing wife beaters and jorts
Definitely jeans,
and Velcro shoes.
but a lot of times like their belly and stuff is over their belt pocket.
Yeah, and their pants are always unzipped so they can keep going back for thirds.
They have no regards for any other families or any people. They're there for their own pleasure.
Yeah. What do you say we stop in at Golden Corral for a minute, and they eat lunch and dinner there?
They don't leave.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, man. They
It's
get
like
their
the
money's worth.
fifth time this week,
Yeah, they pay the $9 to get 3 meals. I don't blame them.
and they stay for like 4 hours.
They shower in the ranch fountain. I think there's a ranch. I think there's a ranch. I think there's a ranch fountain now.
Golly, ranch is, I mean, legit, but
I'd duck my head under that puppy.
I'm gonna have to shy away from the chocolate and get some ranch on my corn dogs. But moving on, man. Let's get to these tight ends. Travis Kelce, Cincinnati, Dallas Goedert, and Tyler Higbee.
That's up there. That's good. That's better than the SECs, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was just Travis Kelce alone, really.
I like Goddard.
Yeah,
Where do you go, South Dakota?
yeah, South Dakota State.
Too bad they lost to the Bearcats. Sam Houston. Sorry, but shout out to Sam Houston State. They won the championship. Thank you.
I like the tight end group for sure. Man, the offensive weapons are disturbed, really. You wouldn't expect the outside the Power 5 guys to be this stacked, but they're real nice.
Outside the Power 5, but they're very powerful.
Yeah, they get me powerful chunks. All right, offensive line. Left tackle, Teron Armstead, Deion Dawkins. Left guard, Ali Marpet, Joel Benito. Center, Jason Kelce, Ryan Jensen, J.C. Treader. Right guard, Brandon Brooks, Weston Richburg. Right tackle, Taylor Moton, and Alejandro Villanueva.
Hey, man, that's a good offensive line.
That's real nice.
Really good.
The starters, for sure. You got
Definitely better than the Big 12.
You got some all-pros in that starting 5.
I'm starting to think that outside the Power 5 would smash the Big 12.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of expected them to be kind of stacked, but there's a lot of talent outside the Power 5. Really looking at it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right, left end, Khalil Mack, DeMarcus Lawrence. Right end, Jason Pierre-Paul, Trey Hendrickson. Defensive tackle, Akeem Hicks and Michael Pierce. I mean, Khalil Mack and JPP on the edge is very scary.
And Akeem Hicks is good.
Yeah, he's good up the middle. Michael Pierce is too. No slouches, man.
I guess we should expect this team to be good.
Why?
Because it's literally any team outside of the Power 5.
Yeah. I mean, we did kind of expect there to be a lot of good players.
Yeah, but I don't think we can really be that surprised.
I am a little bit. I mean, we're just getting warmed up. Left outside linebacker, Darius Leonard, Shaquille Barrett. Middle linebacker, Bobby Wagner, Fred Warner, Demario Davis.
The 3 best middle linebackers in the game.
Right outside linebacker, Olu Kuhn, Kyle Van Noy, and Eric Wilson.
I think I just had a stroke because of that middle linebacker core.
That's why you got boogers out of your nose.
No, that's just me.
Okay.
Look at that middle linebacker core.
Bobby Wagner, Fred Warner, Demario Davis.
Is that the 3 best middle linebackers in the game?
It's debatable. All I got to say is Darius Leonard is my favorite linebacker in the NFL, and he's on this team, and he's on the outside, and he's wrecking havoc. You know he's only 215 pounds?
215?
Yeah,
There's no way.
I swear.
215.
Yeah.
He could play safety.
Yeah, he could play middle. Well, it'd be hard to play middle linebacker here, but weak side linebacker. Cornerback, James Bradbury, Byron Jones, Shaquille Griffin, A.J. Boye, Bryce Callahan, William Jackson III. Free safety, Jimmy Ward, Bobby McCain, Strong safety, Kevin Byard. Jakarski Tart.
Who?
Jakarski?
Jakarski Tarts?
Yeah. Kicker, Jason Sanders. Punter, Brett Kern. Wow, man, I'm so shocked.
I'm not shocked.
I'm a little bit shocked.
These are people that were overlooked coming out of high school, that overachieved in college and made their dreams come true. So in a way, it's the American dream. No matter where they put you, if you work hard enough, you can get to where you want to go, and you can make your dreams come true.
Yeah, thank you for that. But how would this team do against the SEC?
They put up a valiant effort. I'm worried about the quarterback situation.
You don't think Josh Allen's good enough?
Have you seen the defense on the SEC?
Yeah, but Adams, Tyreek Hill, Aaron Jones, Adam Thielen.
That's like stripping Josh Allen butt naked, putting honey on him, and having 3 grizzly bears come at him every play.
Yeah, it'd probably be a good game. I think they could make it within like 50 points.
50 or 15?
50.
What would be the spread?
Final score would probably be like 14 to 63.
I mean, I guess that's all right.
Spread would probably be like 49.5. Go the over every time. You know, win you a little money.
Which of these conferences would win in a bar fight?
Oh, that's a good question. Because it would be the Big Ten.
No, it would be the SEC, obviously.
Nah, Big Ten would win. Who's going to stop Richie Incognito?
That's true.
Because he would come in with like a armored knight.
He'd definitely come in shirtless.
Yeah, but he'd be like an armored knight. You couldn't do anything. It'd be like he was wearing an armored knight outfit, but was really shirtless. You just couldn't do anything.
And he
to
was
him.
drunker than a skunk.
Yeah, he's definitely the most drunk person in there. Yeah, he's definitely the most dangerous person in there.
And I think he's the most likely to wield a weapon.
The Ndamukong Suh with him,
Yeah, okay,
they could go back to back.
They could clear a bar.
If they were back to back, I don't think anyone could stop them. Because if Ndamukong Suh's watching his back and Richie's watching Suh's back,
I'm trying to find someone else that could take on those two.
and then you have the scrappy guys.
Who are you talking about, the Big Ten?
Denzel Ward, Devin McCourty.
Yeah, but you know what holds you back with the Big Ten?
What?
The Watt brothers, because they're probably going to try to break you up. Little cowards.
Yeah, right.
They'll probably be the one that snitch. Yeah, but he'd be
He
like, hey
brings-
guys, it's okay.
If he brings,
Don't worry about it.
He brings.
Hey,
up,
the cops are coming.
hey, you
hey,
look like a
JJ
taco.
Sure.
I could eat you.
He'd like be helping the other guys up.
Hey, that's what you need in a fight, though. You need that little friendly.
No, you don't. You need dogs.
No, but you need someone to care for you. What if?
He'd probably hit someone and then say, you look like the burrito I ate earlier today.
Yeah, but what if like Kirk Cousins gets a little cheap shot and JJ Watt's there to help him up and support him? You know, you kind of need that guy.
No, he'd help up the other people.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, he would.
No, he's never been that guy.
That's the only reason I can't pick the Big Ten.
He still talks trash. I mean, he still wants to win.
Yeah, he talks trash like a 5th grader.
But he still wants to win.
Hey, your shoe's untied.
He's not a mean guy, but he's competitive.
I've eaten burritos bigger than you. Come on, man.
TJ
grow up.
Watt's not as bad, I don't think. I think he's more of a...
I haven't heard his mic'd up yet.
Yeah, we got to go find his mic'd up.
And JJ Watt's probably one of those guys that goes, scoreboard.
Yeah, but Devin Bush in a bar fight would be scary. You wouldn't think so, but...
Well, and then you have Van Ginkel.
Chase Young?
It's a nice one.
Brandon Sheriff? You got to be out of your mind. I'm not
Taylor
messing with that
Lewan?
guy. That guy's a psychopath.
So is George Kittle.
No, true. I missed him. The receivers are kind of drama queens, but... I mean, Zeke in a bar fight. I'm sure he's been there and done that.
Yeah, I just can't take him, man, with JJ.
And Russell Wilson's kind of the same cut of cloth as JJ.
Aaron Donald.
Yeah, that's a dangerous guy there.
Stephon Tuitt.
Uh,
He's a big boy.
yeah. But I have Cam Hayward and the Bosa brothers.
What about no Clinchy McGlinchky?
Yeah, he's big.
He started to
6'8".
clinch people's necks around there. You know, whenever you told me about Tevin Jenkins,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking like a bad boy, scary looking dude, and I looked at his picture. Looks like a nerd, dude.
He does, dude, but he's
I think people were like making fun of him on Twitter, and he like posted like, "Don't don't believe the picture. I don't know.
judge a book by its cover. Because
Yeah.
he does. He looks like a little weirdo. But, dude, he's very, very
Is he violent?
violent. Yeah. He has no remorse for nobody. It's probably because someone on the computer was talking about his mom.
I don't know. The SEC would probably take the bar fight, too.
No. Put him up against my guys then, man.
Like we said during the coin toss, Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, DK Metcalf, A.J. Brown,
Those guys don't worry me. I have monsters.
Devin White,
Yeah, he could do some damage to some of the smaller guys.
Laramie Tunsil,
Hmm.
Myles Garrett, Daniel Hunter.
Myles Garrett's worrisome, for sure. But he's going to have to face Ndamukong Suh.
Roquan Smith,
Nah, I got Devin Bush on him.
Fletcher Cox,
Yeah,
Chandler
Big
Jones.
worry.
His brother is an MMA fighter.
I'm worried about Fletcher Cox there.
I'm worried about Chandler Jones. His brother's an MMA
Yeah,
fighter.
his brother.
John Bones. They train together.
No.
John Bones Jones said that Chandler would be a better fighter than him. He already is.
No, he's not.
But he's earning money in the NFL.
He doesn't train for the MMA.
He said he could do the rear naked chokehold actually naked. I don't know how to say it.
Who are the coaches for these conferences?
SEC. Would it be a coach that's already in the SEC?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Nick Saban? Or no, Will Muschamp.
Okay. I don't think he's on South Carolina.
He's not.
But that's who you want?
Yeah, who would you want? Steve Spurrier. I'll have Will Muschamp
I'd probably, if he's an option, I'd probably have him too. He's fiery.
for the Big Ten. I'd probably have Bo Pelini.
Bo Ryan?
Is he the Wisconsin guy? Wait, Bo Ryan's the
No, I'd
Wisconsin
I
basketball
know.
coach.
I know for the Big 12, I would have Charlie Wise.
For the Big 12?
Yeah.
I'd have Mark Mangio. You know who Mark Mangio is?
Yeah.
Who? The Kansas coach that was real big.
I like how he's wearing a Letterman.
He always wore a Letterman. He's a big boy, man. All right, so Big 12 is... I guess we can have both of those.
Mark
coaches.
Mangino's fine. We'll have Charlie Weiss in a Big 10 because he was at Notre Dame.
All right, Charlie Weiss. I'm going to have Mike Leach as the Big 12.
Yeah. Pac-12.
Oh, Pac-12?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Washington State now.
Yeah. We already have the Big 12.
Who is it again?
Mark Mangino.
No, I'm trying to... who, the Northwestern...
Who's the Oklahoma State coach?
Mike Gundy. Let's put him in the Big 10.
Let's put Mike Gundy in there somewhere.
Yeah, I like Mike Gundy.
He's got... he's controversial, but he's very fiery.
All right, that's another episode of Forget What You Heard. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed it. A little something different, a little something. And we're going to keep coming with some more content. Keep checking us out. Keep supporting. We appreciate it. We can feel the love from all over the world. And the bigger we get, we're taking you guys along for the ride. So you guys have a great week. Peace, love, and happiness. Duke.